to start a series where I talk about mushrooms. I've been noticing that my first couple of mushroom videos been getting some traction, and it's been a while, so I do have updates, you know, a lot of different stuff I want to talk about. These videos are kind of going to be split up, and each one will talk about different things. Today I want to talk about all the things that I have hallucinated while I was on shrooms. I've been doing shrooms for about 2 years now. I told y'all about the first time I hallucinated with the glitter and the projector. So if you haven't watched that video, I will link that video down below so y'all can go watch that one too. I'm noticing in general, I don't start hallucinating until I'm at least at 4 grams. And when I say at least at 4 grams, I mean 4 grams of a mixed batch, right? Meaning that it is like stems and caps. I've told y'all before, a stem is for your stem, a cap is for your cap. I can eat all stems, and yes, I will maybe see some things like, you know, walls breathing and stuff like that, but I don't consider that a hallucination. The wall is still there, it's just breathing. I actually see things that are not there. That is how I am defining a hallucination. One time I was on shrooms, I think I ate like 4.5 grams. It might have even been 5. I was getting my haircuts, chilling, like, you know, my body had the feeling, so I already knew it was coming. But then I'm just sitting down. Now they have a dog named Bentley. Bentley is sitting in this little like dog bed that's right behind the couch. I'm looking at Bentley because he's just sleeping so peacefully, and I start seeing this like mandala. I don't know if y'all know what a mandala is, but I'll place one here. So I start seeing this mandala, and it's like iridescent. It's clear, like, but it got this like glimmer to it. It was so fucking pretty. Anywho, it was on the floor and it was rotating around Bentley. So Bentley is here like a piece of the mandala. He's not the center, but he's a piece of it. And this mandala is on the floor and it's rotating around him. So it kind of fascinated me. Now, it was other people who was in the living room with us because, again, like everybody was over there chilling, kicking it, whatever, and I was getting my hair cut. Tyler was paying attention to me. At first, he didn't say nothing, but I did notice him looking at me. So I stopped looking at him. Still sitting there chilling. I'm high as hell, getting my hair cut. And I started looking at Tyler. And Tyler is sitting on a part of the couch. And behind Tyler are blinds. Like, you know how patio doors have those long blinds? Okay, Tyler is sitting there. And I started seeing this mandala again, but now it's rotating like real slow, like this, and then it'll come back around Tyler. And so Tyler asked me, like, Ki, were you hallucinating? And I was like, yeah. He was like, for real? I'm like, yeah. He like, what do you see? I'm like, I see a mandala is rotating around you. He was like, oh, that's sweet as fuck. He was like, it's big. I'm like, yeah, it is kind of big, because this one was bigger than the one that was on Bentley. So that was one time. Another time I hallucinated. The clouds kind of looked like digital. It was weird, but like the clouds looked like super digital. Another time I had did a shroom Tootsie Roll. The thing is, I knew my shrooms was finna start hitting, but I was like, all right, you know, whatever. It's not gonna be that big a deal. My friend had did it with me, and he like, yeah, these bitches is starting to hit. Let's go, because it was his birthday. We was out at a bar, but the bar was like down the street from his house, like literally a 3-minute drive, if that. He like, let's go. I'm not driving. I'm gonna have my roommate drive my car. So he give his roommate his keys. He like, I'm hopping in the car with you. I said, okay, cool. We driving, and next thing I know, and this was it took us like another 10 minutes to get out the bar, because we had to tell everybody that came there for his birthday bye. We get in the car. I'm driving. The stoplights start looking like stars. I'm like, oh yeah. We gotta hurry up and get to the crib. So I was cool, right? I get to the crib, I bet. When he and I do shrooms together, he likes for it to be a cool tone. Meaning, he likes for there to be fresh air coming through the windows. And he has LED lights. So he'll set them to some tone of blue. So he likes a blue hue, and he likes fresh air, or whatever. And when he do shrooms with me, we have really good conversations. All I know is these motherfucking LED lights, they get to like illuminated and like pulsating. And I don't really know what to compare it to. I know I've seen it in like a cartoon or some type of animated movie or something. Probably more similar to that movie where the little blue thing is trying to what is it called? Fuck, I'm looking at it right in front of me. I'm looking at it. You know how like those things are like illuminating or whatever? It was like my friend was standing up, the blue lights was behind him. He was all black, and because it was dark, we had the lights off, but the LED lights was on. And these colors are just pulsating off of his body, like off of his like silhouette. That's what it is, off of his silhouette. That was funny, but like I do consider that a hallucination because I know them lights was not around his whole body because it was only around the corners of the ceiling. So for them to be around his whole body, I was like, all right, that's trippy, that's pretty sweet. So I was with him again. It was my best friend's birthday week. She had to get together at a bar. It wasn't a whole lot of people in there, but it was enough. Fast forward, my shrooms start hitting and the bar becomes too much. So I tell him like, my shrooms hitting, like, let's go outside. That's why I be saying shrooms is not a party drug at all. Like, I don't know why I did that, but I just did. Like, I was on some badass type of shit. I do these shrooms. I must have had, like, I didn't think I had that much. But I also didn't have no real food, so I was practically on an empty stomach. I did my shrooms. So we at this bar, and I had a rental for the weekend. He comes outside with me. We sitting in his car. We talking. I'm thinking, like, fuck. I gotta drop my car off because we was kicking it later on that night. Like after we left the bar, we was going to go kick it somewhere else. She wanted to be out all fucking night, so we was doing like after hour spots and all type of shit like that. Fast forward, I'm like, fuck, we gotta drop my car off because one, my shrooms is really hitting. I'm not finna drive, and two, there's no point in all of us going to the same place. You coming back to my best friend's house with me, and like we need to condense cars. So I'm like, come with me to drop my car off at my best friend's house and then you could just drive, you know, whatever. So he was like, okay, cool, that's fine. So my best friend's house from the bar is 13 minutes driving. So we start driving. I'm leading because my phone is on the GPS and he knows where my best friend's house is, but he's like, no, you got this, I'm gonna just follow you. I call him and I'm like, yeah, we gotta pull over. So we pull into the speedway. I'm like, I gotta use the bathroom. I need to like collect myself and my fucking shrooms are hitting. They're not beating my ass. Let me clarify. Shrooms, they don't ever beat my ass. But if they hit it and it's like an intense high, like a body high, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna be straight off of that. But if I ate some caps and I had quite a bit of stems and all that shit like that, like vision impaired to a degree. But like I've noticed that lights are a thing that like cause I don't want to say a trigger, but it is a sensitivity. Like I noticed that lights are more elaborate, they're more exaggerated, they're more bright than what they usually are, and they usually take shapes. I just was like, all right, yeah, I go in Speedway and I go to use the bathroom. The stall I go in don't have no fucking tissue. And so that blew me because now I'm like, fuck, let me tell y'all what I had on because this is why it matters. It was the summertime because my best friend's birthday is in August. I didn't have no panties on. I had on some biker shorts that was like gray, and so it's like I need to be dry when I pull them up, otherwise it's gonna look like I'm pissed on myself. And yeah, so yeah, problem number one. Then there's no tissue. I just used the bathroom. I didn't think to look at the fucking toilet tissue before I fucking used the bathroom. So now I'm like, fuck, do I crawl under the stall with my shorts down, or do I not pull my shorts all the way up, but pull them up enough to the point where my whole ass ain't exposed, and if somebody come in this bathroom, they don't see my privates, but I also don't fuck up my shorts because I'm not dry. It took me like 20 minutes to make that decision because I was really having an argument with myself in the bathroom. So that's the first part. The second part is that when I finally do get to the other stall, you know, I wipe myself, I'm dry, I pull my shorts up, whatever. He calls me because I've been in this fucking bathroom for a long time. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, just having a moment. I made, in them 20 minutes that it took me to make that decision, I made a whole bathroom song about getting to this fucking stall to get some tissue because there was none in my stall. Like, when I say the trip began. Okay, so then, I come out the bathroom and I have to wash my hands. Although this is not a hallucination, it is a very big aspect of being high off shrooms. Anything that pertains with water, I'm realizing that is an experience because shrooms intensifies your sense of touch. Washing my hands is always like, I'm not gonna say euphoric, but it is very pleasurable to wash my hands in warm water and with a lot of soap when I'm high on shrooms, because I don't know what it is, but the sensitivity just feels very, very good. So I'm washing my hands for another like 5 to 7 minutes. Come out the bathroom, give me something to drink because I don't know why, but I don't know, lemonade and shrooms is a thing, which was a bad idea because fucking anything with citrus and shrooms is going to intensify the high, because the acid in citrus and acidic things break down the psilocybin faster than your stomach acid does, which means that it's going to go through your body a lot faster, right? Your high is going to be like amplified a lot. So yeah, I'm like, damn, I'm thirsty, let me drink some lemonade. All right, bro. So I get back in the car and I sit in the car with him for a second, and he's like, you good? Like, you know, he just is very much so like, I know this nigga high as hell. But I'm not a bug when I'm high, if y'all know what that means. Like I'm not irritating, I'm not annoying, I'm not like all that extra shit. But that's just the type of friendship that we have. Like, he just was laughing at me like, you good, bro? And I'm like, so I had to tell him about the bathroom. He's cracking the fuck up. He's cracking the fuck up, and he like, we only like 10 minutes away, we can do this. And I was like, all right, we'll go get back in the car, whatever. So I get in the car and I'm like having this little pep talk take about 3 minutes. He looking at me, I'm looking at him. Just give me a minute. Right? Okay, fast forward, we get back on the road. These directions are telling me to get on the expressway. Let's remember that I'm only 3 minutes away, because I said it takes 13 minutes driving, and we pulled over 3 minutes into it because now we got 10 minutes on the expressway. I hop on the expressway, and I don't know what it was, but like all the lights that was on the expressway, I'm seeing all these tail lights, and these tail lights are starting to take shape. Tall lights that are on the expressway, they start looking like fucking stars. I'm like, I call him immediately. Look, yeah, I pulled over to the shoulder. I need you to drive in front of me, and I just want to follow you, because like it was just too much trying to focus on staying in my lane. The line's on the ground, but the lights on the cars in front of me are turning into shapes. The lines are stationary, but they're starting to move just a little bit like this. And I'm like, yeah, see, no, no. So I tell him to get in front of me, and he like, don't hit my car. And I'm like, I'm not going to hit your car, bro. Like, I'm in a rental. Like, I'm driving slow, but I just threw my hazards on, and he drove in front of me at regular speed, well, at a faster speed, but I drove behind him. We make it to my best friend's house, drop off the car, and I'm like, yeah, so, no. Now, if I gotta be completely transparent with y'all, it felt like I was driving a fucking spaceship. Like, that's the only thing I can compare it to. Like, first of all, I don't even know what it's like to drive a spaceship, but I felt completely out of my element. I felt like I was in this big ass, first of all, let me clarify, I was driving a motherfucking Honda Civic. Small ass car. All the sound was amplified. All the lights was amplified. Like, goddamn it, am I in a cockpit? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's so many lights. I feel like so many buttons in this car. Yeah, I felt like I was driving a spaceship. That was it. It was a fucking experience. I don't want to experience that again, and I do not recommend that y'all drive on shrooms. So, yeah. I hope y'all like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. I am gonna have more videos on different topics. If y'all got other things y'all want me to talk about as it relates to shrooms, questions you got, drop them in the comments below. I will definitely address them. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out.